I feel that people should go vegetarian. That's like one of the #1 ways of having less of a carbon footprint. Yeah, the carbon emission can definitely be reduced by not purchasing or eating animal products. The amount of animals that are kept being bred and bred over and over again on these farms and these small areas are really bad for the environment. The manure, the amount of transportation used to take all these animals to slaughterhouses, all the amount of transportation used to take all this meat to supermarkets. In an industrial society where we feel where we have the convenience to go to the store and buy these meat, just laying out there in plastic, everything individually covered in plastic.
Yeah.
Like plastic bags too at the supermarket. You think that we need to recycle, but you need to think back to the whole beginning of that. Why do we have to produce so much plastic to begin with?
Ever at all, yeah.
Yeah, and the recycling process too is like not
produces CO2, probably. Yeah.
And it's really, it's a lot of energy to recycle, and just so many different ways of, like, different plastics, like all plastics have like numbers on the back of them. They all mean different things, different processes, and not everything is fully, recycled.
Everybody seems to be kind of wrapped up in this consumerist plastic society. Yeah. How would you go about educating people that this is kind of damaging?
People need to be exposed to what really goes on where they can't see. Like, you're sitting here, you can't see the oceans that are filled with plastic. You can't see the marine life affected by that. You can't see
the factory farm.
The factory farm. You don't see that. Like North Carolina, a few miles downstream, they're getting, all the listeria in the water from the manure, and it's really nasty. But I think people need to, those who are aware should spread awareness. Definitely being more aware of the amount of plastic that you use every day in general, because we use so much plastic without even realizing it, especially in America and in Europe, just basically in the Western world. We use so much plastic. Everything is covered in plastic. I mean, I'm probably wearing plastic.
To some degree.
Especially in the oceans, too. I mean, in a lot of places, plastic outrules the amount of plankton and sea life in the ocean. Somewhere, it said that the ones who are silent take sides with the oppressor. And, I mean, there's whole arguments about what is being active. I feel like awareness is a part of activism, letting people know, because that's where it all starts. If people know and they become angry, they question things, it all starts with questioning.
Okay, so I think a great way for me individually to help bring the carbon emission down to 350 ppm would definitely be having a green energy kind of initiative at school and at home. I think experimenting with that science and going back to that original plan of getting our energy from the sun is incredibly exciting for me, just because since the industrial age we've been relying on petroleum and chemicals to give us what we need in life, what we need to survive, but the fact is we're realizing that we don't anymore, and we can't keep relying on this resource that's not going to be around for generations to come. So I'm really excited to start looking into energy auditing buildings at my school, becoming a society that's more centered on energy from the sun and from the earth to give us what we need, rather than petrochemicals and plastics and coal. So yeah.